Cool. You watching the Comedy Plug on Pharcyde TV. Bammy. Oh, people, you already know what it is. We don't play no games around here. And of course, if you want to hear the rest of the song, you go ahead and hit the link in the bio. That's right, where you can hear every episode every Tuesday, every Wednesday. But for now, here we go. I got some sounds from the IE, Lalo, Turner, Broyos, Tenor Racks. Ooh, with that action. Ain't about that. It's about my homie with me and my G, the guy I got met him like few years ago, somewhere around the open mic scene, but really got to like kick it with him and his crew out in Portland. Mm-hmm. And since then, it's been all growth, all gravy. And man, my man's been doing some things. But without further ado, allow him to tell who you is. Tell the people what your name is.
Papp Johnson. Legend.
Legend. Oh, you already know what it is. It was written. And Pap, real quick, man, where you from originally?
I'm from Deep East Oakland.
Oh, Bay Area. Wait, East Oakland bad. So what's Deep East Oakland?
I mean, if Oakland bad, you know, you go east and then you go deeper into east. It's the trenches.
It's the bungalow.
Yeah, it was a beautiful place to grow up, you know.
Very, very cultural.
Yeah, you know.
You learn quick by the age of 6.
Oh, yeah. If you survive, man, you ready for the world.
Oh, yeah, you got a different type of metal. But, hey, man, so Deep East Oakland, and I gotta ask that. I know you know it's coming, because you're a long brother. Were you dunking on them? Were you LeBron James in Deep East Oakland? Growing up.
I mean,
for those who don't know what Pap look like, he about, I would say 6'7". What are you, 6'7"?
I tell people I'm 5'11", but you know, whatever. I bang my head on, you know, on ceilings and shit a lot. So, but yeah, I mean, I got a reputation. I haven't been, you know, I get picked first in a lot of pickup games. Let's just put it like that.
I believe it.
And I do my part. Oh,
so you played, but then actually, did you end up like balling in high school?
I played a little bit in high school. You know, I was a big fan of Pee Wee Kirkland.
Hey, you a real one.
So if you know about Pee Wee Kirkland, you know you could.
That's the realest hooper of all time.
You know, just because you don't play, you know, with the refs, don't mean you don't got game.
Yeah, he was the best on and off the court.
Yeah. Legend in 2 games. You know.
I love it. And I was doing a little bit of research. So you didn't go to school in your area? You went somewhere else?
I went to school in Berkeley. My mom had that vision, you know.
Was it a private school?
No, it was just like a public school that like a lot of different cultures went to.
Okay.
And I don't know if you know about Oakland, like Oakland public schools don't got the best reputation.
Nah.
So we at least have books at Berkeley High, so.
Okay. Yeah, I imagine. Yeah. I'm pretty sure the people in Oakland was picking up the pip game.
Oh yeah, you know,
pip game, dice game.
Yeah, slap boxing 101. That's a class.
And then so from there, like I imagine you went to college. Yeah,
I did go to college. I went to Grambling State for 2 years, and I dropped out. I feel everybody be snapping, but I went there and I was like, nah, this ain't it.
This ain't it, fam.
This ain't it. Like, yo, what's going on with all these dirt roads? Like. I ain't come here for this. So then I transferred to Xavier University of Louisiana.
Oh, hold on, my G. I'm sorry. I had to cut this off. Got tracked on the time. My bad, party people. But you know what it is. You rocking with the speech guy, Tony Asar, ASAR. And as always, at the Comedy Plug, we got the homies, but we also play a little bit of comedy albums. And our album of today is none other than our guest, my man, Papp Johnson. And this is Office Street. Ooh, and you know what it is, baby. You rocking with the speech guy, Tony Asar, ASAR. Come from the land of sugar free, so you know it's nothing sweet, but everything's nice. And this is the Comedy Plug where we play those bass, them slappers, them ha-has. And of course, I got a homie with me. And right before the break, we was just getting into it, talking more about the backstory. Went to college, Grambling, too much dirt road. Was like, oh, Miles, I got to go. So what was next on the journey?
Xavier University of Louisiana.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What was different from that campus compared to Grambling, or that experience compared to Grambling?
I mean, Xavier is in New Orleans proper, so
okay.
Yeah, it was going off. Like, you know, Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
Let the good times roll. J'ai la monton déroulé. You know? Yeah, good po' boys, good etouffee, thick women, and a lot of trouble.
Hey, side note, black women in the South, or cause you know we from Cali, you know, and they're gorgeous out here. They're beautiful black women out here all day. But black women from the South are full figured and well detailed.
Yeah. Them biscuits is going to the right places.
I need a couple of recipes spread around our McDonalds out here and wherever else women are eating. And I would like, it's unfair. I would like a even scale of black women out here. It's amazing. But so, so you're at Xavier, and what are you majoring in?
Mass communications, journalism, teaching, I think sociology. I did a lot of different things before I decided to drop out. Yeah.
I feel. And then so you dropped out Grambling, then dropped out Xavier because you know the overall experience wasn't for it.
Well, I enjoy Xavier. I enjoy New Orleans a little too much.
No, yeah, that's.
Yeah,
and when you're young, yeah, I could imagine.
And if you ever go to New Orleans, if you're from California, that's all you gotta say. And they be like, "Oh, you from Cali? You from Cali? You be with the movie stars?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Whatever to go get you out the Jabot G's, you know?"
I learned through comedy, traveling. Yeah, you say you from. People keep saying I'm from LA. I'm from Pomona, but they're like, you from LA? I'm like, okay.
That's where they mind go.
I'm like, all right, yeah, I rock with
it. Whatever you want to hear.
You know? All right, and so you go through the experience. You know, you enjoyed your time. So how did you make that life transition from the scholarly approach to the arts approach with stand-up comedy?
I was in New Orleans and I was just like, man, doing things, and I was like, I ain't come out here for that. I ain't come out here for that. So I was like, I started doing extra work in New Orleans because they started shooting movies out there.
Yeah.
And I was doing extra work, and on set, I would have everybody just dying laughing. And one dude was just like, man, you should really like look into doing comedy. And then that's when I started like checking out the New Orleans scene. And at that time, they didn't really have no scene. It was just improv.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, man, I'm going to just go back home and really like attack this.
You know, that's something I noticed about the South too. They got a lot of improv and poetry things.
Yeah.
Massive.
Yeah, that's standard. I mean, the way people talk down there, it's like, it's hard to just listen to just straight.
It is a dialect.
Yeah, like even like you love Beyonce, but she don't be talking like that.
Her mama knew.
Yeah, like shh. You better mess up the money. Don't say that. So, you know.
Okay. And so, like, you're doing shows, what, in improv venues? Or for improv?
I went to it. I checked out an improv show, and I mean, I'm not a fan of improv.
Yeah.
So I was like, I gotta get somewhere where it's stand-up happening. Like this ain't it, man.
Yeah.
This ain't it. I don't want to be bouncing off of nobody who like saying silly stuff. So I just like, I guess I'm an egomaniac, as I like to tell people, because I'm like, yeah, I like stand-up. Just me on my own. You know, I play basketball, but I'm not a team player. Like, I'm not a team player. If you want to win, give me the ball. Like,
I'm gonna do 30-15.
Yeah, I high five with you. Like, I was team. It's camaraderie once we win. But like,
I ain't learned to pass it to myself yet, but I can bounce it off your head.
Like, check this out, man. I ain't on the team not to get buckets. You know what I'm here for. Like,
you know, I'm here to take all the shots. I feel it.
Yeah. Like, me and you want me to be the star. Like, just let me be the star. Like, we don't got to argue about this. So I like stand-up because I get to be spotlight on me. It's all on me. If I win or lose, it's going to be on me. Yeah. So I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, so what made you come back out?
I ruptured my Achilles.
Was it hooping?
Yeah, in Portland. I ruptured my Achilles in Portland, and I was mad sad. And when I came back, my boy signed me up for a comedy competition.
Okay.
In the Bay. And then I just went out and I did that, and I won. And they paid me like a rack. And I was like, well, I found me a new career. Yeah. And I quickly found out, like, they don't just be paying you racks.
You lucky to get gas.
Yeah. Like, but I loved it. It became my like new high. Yeah. And it's addictive. Like, okay, like you get those laughs and be like, all right, man, I could get laughs. I want them laughs again. And make them bigger. Mm-hmm. So I fell in love with it.
And then like, I don't know, when you came in the game, because when I came in the game, I kind of started like looking at other comics around. Were there any comics that you were able to like check out their style and study? Or was it just you bombing every night? Just like, well, not every night, but you know the grind.
Yeah. It's funny because I'm like on stage and everybody be like, man, you mad like composed and cool. Mm-hmm. And like in reality, I'm like mad like silly and goofy. Yeah. And like do a bunch of physical stuff. But when I started getting into comedy, I started watching Dick Gregory. And I just loved that he would just stand there and like tell a joke. And when the joke hit, it was like, yeah, it's undeniable. It's like I'm not doing nothing else to make this funny, as you know, Black comedians get labeled. It's like it's just all from the mind. And I know that.
Charisma.
Charisma. I know I'm getting y'all mentally. Mm-hmm. And I just love that. So I was like, that's always been my challenge to myself. It's like, yo, make them laugh with your words. Mm-hmm. So I guess that's where my style comes from. People will also say like Chappelle at times.
I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw you, there were some similarities. Not like you were trying to impose a similarity, but that's that energy and that vibe was like, oh.
And I'd be like, yo, thank you, because that's a goat. It's a goat. Like,
it is.
If we're not emulating the greats, then I don't like.
What is we doing? Why we here?
Like, I get it. Like, LeBron James is trying to be Michael Jordan. Kobe Bryant is trying to be Michael Jordan. Yeah. Michael Jordan was trying to be Dr. J.
Yeah, that part.
That's how it goes. Like, you trying to build on top of something instead of, I mean, you can come from the ground up. I mean, if you want to smash watermelons or whatever, that's on you. You know, but you know, Jim Carrey made a lot of money talking with his butt cheeks. So
he made sequels.
Yeah, like he
got them cheeks twice.
World renowned for talking with his butt cheeks.
So, how did you handle your first bomb, though?
It was crazy because my first bomb, to me, was my second time I went up. Because the first time I won the competition.
Yeah.
And what I won was to perform at the premiere of this movie, because it was like a movie competition. So I'm thinking I'm going to actually be at this movie competition. I don't know if you remember Death at a Funeral with Kevin Hart, Chris Rock, Martin Lawrence.
Wait.
It had everybody in it.
Even Peter Dinklage, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I remember.
So I thought I had won a chance to perform in front of them.
Yeah.
But it turns out it was just like the movie premiere in San Francisco. Yeah.
That's still fire.
Yeah, and they literally, so I'm just at the bottom of a screening, at the screen, and people was like, it's packed. So people didn't know I was supposed to be performing.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and then on top of that, no one past the third row could hear me.
There was no PA system?
Well, there was, but it didn't reach. It didn't reach. So I got people in the first three rows laughing, but I could see people at the top just like, hey man, like I'm about to throw this popcorn at him. Like, yo, get this movie going. And so I felt like a bomb, but I was just like, okay, bombing just makes me go harder.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, well, let me figure out what went wrong and touch these jokes up. You know? All right, I feel like I can make them laugh. I feel this is funny. I got to get into the art of comedy and retool it and make this work.
That's kind of like, I'll contribute that to like athlete mentality as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know, because if you ever get served on the court, you're like, nah, bro.
Nah.
Nah, we don't go home till we get that dub.
Yeah, run it back. Like, we exhausted. No, run it back.
that part. That's one of my favorite similarities with comedy and sports, because it is a lot of that. Unfortunately, we're all individuals.
Yeah.
But it is brotherhood and camaraderie and all that, but there is like a nature of competition, especially once you see like, cause it was in like Portland, I think me, you, and Quincy were all on the same show, and I ain't gonna lie, I saw both y'all go up, and like it was well, and then like I had came in like late, and I was like, like I gotta follow this. like I did well, you know, didn't do anything bad, but it like when you see another comic, especially, you know, people that you enjoy and whatnot, it's just that like next, like, ooh.
Yeah, because you wanna be known in that class. Like you wanna be, and it's funny because I heard Kevin Hart talk about this. He was like, one night him and Chris Rock were at the Comedy Cellar, and they was like working on new material, and it was like cool. And then like Kevin Hart got off stage, then Chris Rock got on stage, and they got off, and it's like, oh yeah, I like that. You working on some new stuff. That was good.
Yeah.
And we like big up in each other. And he was like, then Chappelle came in and went on, and they both looked at each other. Was like, yo, we gotta write new stuff. We gotta write more. And it's like, yeah, it's that competition of just like, yo, like, okay, I'm funny, but I see how they reacted. Like, I want the people in tears. I want somebody to fall out the chair in Def Comedy Jam.
That part.
All that. So
I want a tear swipe.
Yeah.
You know, when they go so hard, it is.
Yeah. And you know I'm petty. Like, I want to be there kicking it with the comedians after the show, and then the person be like, somebody from the audience come back and be like, you were the funniest. And then everybody else got to sit there and just eat that. Like, yeah, thank you.
And then they do the merciful take back. Y'all were good too. But
I love you. I love you.
And then they repeat the joke back. And it's like, oh, yeah, huh?
Yeah. Thank you. You guys heard that. Thank you.
I do love comedy for that. But, you know, the thing I also like about comedy is it is a journey.
Yeah.
And it can expose you to other avenues and whatnot. So outside of just doing stand-up, what else are you out here trying to do? Because I think I saw you in a skit.
Yeah, I do a little
smiling out. Like that was a jail scene.
I do a little acting.
I'm just saying. I think I see your face.
Yeah. I was in the Michael Che season 2 show with Wayne Brady stole the scene. Out acted Wayne Brady. So I just like this. Like I said, I'm an egomaniac. As a kid, I watched television, and I always wanted to be on TV. And this is the way. And the way my mom react when I'm on TV, give me a lot of joy. I couldn't get her that diploma, so I could get her some TV credits.
That's better than a diploma.
Yeah.
Mom, thousands of kids are in debt every year graduating. How many are on TV?
Not many. So yeah, I really enjoy this. People say I got a good voice, but the equipment to do voiceover work seemed very expensive. So,
dude, it's doable. It's doable because you know what? I don't know that cat's name on TikTok, but his voice.
Yeah,
he talks like this. he based off now he got equipment and whatnot, but he started off just using the regular
the lavalier
mic, just talking in. So, much to what we were saying earlier with Lee's point on being an entrepreneur, it's always about how you apply that.
Yeah.
You do got a good voice, you do. But you're pursuing acting, if there was a character role for you or a type role for you, what would it be?
I see myself as a star leading man, but
True.
I'll take a supporting actor role right now, like the Cuddy best friend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like to say I'm I'm positive toxic. I'm toxic. I'm gonna get you in some trouble, but we gonna have a good time.
You like Hitch?
Yeah. I teach some white people how to dance.
You neighborhood Hitch. We need PJ.
Yeah, I've been working on my abs over the pandemic.
Yeah. I mean, I've been trying to catch up in that. Hey, side note on that. How much weight did you gain?
I think I gained 30 pounds.
Dang, me too.
And it was not any muscle.
No, it was very unflattering to the shape.
All gravy. Yeah. All gravy. Ooh. So
I was sitting down one time and I was looking at how it was rolled over as I was sitting down. And it was actually folded on top of my peen. And I was like, this is just all bad. No man should sit down and have his belly on his peen.
That's that cream-based diet.
Oh, it was lubricated, that's for sure. Yeah. It was an unashy spot. Not dry, this for real. But real quick, getting into it, if you could have been in any of the classic movies growing up that you've seen, what movie would it have been, and what would have been your role?
I would have loved to have been Jamie Foxx or Tommy. Actually, I probably would have been Tommy Davidson because I feel like I would have wanted to act with Jamie Foxx in Booty Call.
Yeah,
Booty Call. That's one of my all-time favorites.
That's a Negro classic.
It's hilarious. Ladies, you look good.
You gotta before you.
It's just I like the premise of that movie because it's so simple to follow. It's it's just two dudes trying to get laid.
Yeah,
and we all been there.
And the extras.
The extras.
It's really about what we go through just to secure the bag.
Doing too much. And a lot of nothing.
What was it? Goat skin? They gotta be goat skin. What?
I'm already the king of the take a penis.
That was a classic, yeah.
It's a classic.
Yeah. Man.
Or Money Talks. I love Money Talks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I quote that too much. My lady hate me.
If I could, I would want to be in Friday.
Okay.
I would want to be in Friday. Of course, everybody wants Smokey. I wouldn't because I wouldn't have did a better Smokey. I wouldn't have did a better Smokey, but I would want like Ezel. Because
a classic memorable character.
A classic memorable. You know, I don't need too many lines, but just let me fall on the floor and pretend I hurt myself real quick.
You know what's crazy? Everybody liked the first Friday, and I know we probably gonna get a lot of flack, but I believe that the third Friday is the best one.
Yeah.
That's the best. The
Christmas one.
And heaven and nature scene. And we died.
The third one was the best, and that one was literally all-star. That's
all-star.
High key, low key. I would say the third Friday is probably our equivalent to a Harlem Nights.
Yeah.
If you actually go back and look about, because even like Terry Crews wasn't really Terry Crews even at that point.
Cat Williams.
He wasn't that.
That was the introduction.
That was it. Yeah.
That was the introduction to Cat Williams.
But more on that when we come back. Gotta kick it to the music, bringing you sounds from the pie. David Maven, Fierro. And you know what it is, baby. You rocking with the comedy plug. You listening to the speech guy, Tony Asar, ASAR, where we play them slappers, them bass, them ha-has. And of course, I got that homie with me, my man Papp Johnson in the building, and we was having a nice, cool little thought on the way on behind the scenes, and you was talking about the American dream, right?
Yeah.
What is it that you got to do with it?
Man, you just gotta sell it. You gotta sell it,
and it's like everyone has that notion. You just gotta sell yourself, and you can make it. And I also believe that's true, mainly because I'm a capitalist. You know, I believe in capitalistic society for sure, and that's all it really is hustle and bustle.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you're familiar with what's his name? Academics. Messed up right there.
DJ Academics?
Yeah, I know, but my part. She'll talk to me later about it. But yeah, I don't know if you're familiar with Academics. He ended up saying that Black people in America are being susceptible to racism out here compared to, because he's Jamaican, and compared to other Africans that tend to come here, and they don't see the quote unquote racism that Black Americans are experiencing. And he was saying that he feels like Black Americans are just using that as an excuse and not being able to pull themselves up, essentially, right? And move. And I was thinking, like, do you think that is the case with Black America versus, I guess you could say, Caribbean America? We're not able to sell our dream because we see it as it consistently being deferred?
I want to say yes and no. Because it's like, I know he sees what Black Americans go through. But Caribbean and Afro-Americans, people from outside of America, come here already beating the odds, you know? If you come from, I went to Lagos, Nigeria, and I loved it there. It was beautiful. But it also made me thankful that I was an American. You know, I was like, oh, there's amenities that I'm afforded that I didn't really understand. Like even the fact that I could be in the shower and just drink my shower water if I wanted to. Like in Nigeria, bro, you get the water in your mouth from a tap, you probably gonna die. You probably gonna die.
You ain't gonna be seen again.
Yeah, and the hustle, if we talk about Atlanta and them water boys, I done seen people walk around in Nigeria with look like 50 pounds of snacks on top of their head in traffic in 110-degree weather. And it was the hustle, no matter where you at, it's gonna be capitalistic. And you know, we as Black Americans, we feel like Americans. And we believe that we supposed to have these rights. We don't approach it I'm just the outsider and I need to like do whatever I need to do in order to make it. Like a Jamaican, a white person gonna be racist to them, but they gonna keep in mind like, I ain't going back to Jamaica. Like, all right, like I'm in America, like I'm supposed to expect this. Like this ain't gonna stop me from getting my money.
Yeah.
Because I'm living much better. I'm living a different life, and I came here for a goal. Whereas we as Americans, like we just be like, man, I'm supposed to have this. Like I'm American. Like,
so should we shed the mentality that we're American then? Because
yes,
it sounds like
yes, we should, because that's what keeps us like thinking like we supposed to have rights or like all that. Like,
well, they keep saying that we do,
but no. And this is what I realize is that
America keeps telling us.
No, we interpreting that wrong. Like the fact that McDonald's got a McDonald's commercial, yeah, and then they got a black McDonald's commercial. You know, so if they don't specifically say African Americans or something, we should not include ourselves in them sentiments. Like when they say freedom and liberty and justice for all,
yeah.
When they say all, they talking about them Irish people. They talking about them Polish people. They talking about the Germans.
Italians.
They talking about the Spaniards.
Yeah.
That's the all. They not talking about, hey, you 3/5.
High key, Ukrainians got to assimilate quicker than African and Middle Eastern immigrants, right?
And
I'm just saying.
You saw California just passed that immigrants get
universal
health care.
All right, so my thing.
And see, as Black Americans, we gonna be tripping off that. Instead of us becoming, Black doctors and taking care of ourselves. Like I get it, we part of the system, and we keep America going. But we gotta for ourselves, because even if you go to Brooklyn, there's a lot of like Jewish communities that's just like, hey, we here, but we take care of our own.
But see, that psychology right there, when applied to Black people, there's a lot to unpack about taking care of our own.
Well, I mean, this is all part of the they program of making sure that we lack trust in each other. And that comes from either you don't love yourself and that's what I always say, like, you gotta love yourself. However you feel about, yourself is how you project that on the other people that look like you.
That is true. So
if we could show love to ourselves on our own, you could show love to any person of color that you see. And, and that goes a long way. Like I give people hugs and they be like, well, it's like, bro, you need to feel this love. Like,
that's revolutionary.
We safe. Like, we safe. It don't need to be like who is this?
I hate that I do that. I do that. I'm not special. I'm guilty sometimes. Hey. If I end up in a spot and there's a couple of cats I've seen, it's straight up.
But I also understand. I come from DP Oakland.
Yeah.
In DP Oakland, if it's a new person, like, yo, bro, what you doing here? Like, we got to run down on you to figure out what's your purpose.
I need a backstory and your family tree.
And that'd be a lot of the backstory to a lot of people. It's like, yo, I grew up in a place where like, I gotta watch my back.
Yeah.
So like, that's how you move. It's hard to come out of that. It's hard to like believe that like, oh, things are going good to the point where you don't gotta be like that no more. It's low key, what they call it, institutionalized.
Yeah.
Where you get out, you free, but you still eat your food,
Yeah, still covering up.
Yeah, you still sharpening toothbrushes and stuff.
But man, when you really look at American history, I don't think there's ever a moment we were free.
No, we prisoners of war.
Right, still.
And we product.
Still.
America's biggest product is us.
We are pop culture. We are the world's pop culture.
We are culture. We are culture. We are culture.
We are culture.
And I've been in Nigeria. Love them. They got style. They got things.
Yeah.
But it's not being a Black American, they be like, yo, like, yo, y'all the cleanest. And everywhere we hate it, but and it's because it's jealousy. It's like no one could do what Black Americans could do.
Facts, though. I'm in my 30s, and anything, it's literally like I'm starting to understand a lot of the arguments that were going on when I was a kid, and not understanding like, yeah, we kind of run, everything is Black music. Like, you know, growing up, you just think it's hip hop, but then, you know, as I got exposed more, it was like, oh, nah, check that, rock and roll, jazz, like
everything.
Louis Armstrong, first pop singer, right?
Yeah, Lil Nas X made one country song. It's the greatest country song of all time.
And they'll never outdo it because that song raises a generation.
Yeah, and put it like this: we protesting, you know, America and all that good stuff, but when a Black person sing the national anthem,
oh, they can't. Ain't nobody been able to out-sing any of them. I'm sorry. It's hard. It's hard to give Black people credit and not sound like you being elite, but
be elitist. Why we don't want to be elitist?
It's because probably the history of it keeps shaming us.
But that's what they supposed to do.
Yeah,
that's the only way. That's the only way to get us to not become.
Say
They got us mentally right now. We could break out of that.
We do.
We could break out of that, but it starts with just with self.
Here's my thing. Do you think in this current era we need a universal Black people in example need a universal role model right now? Like, you know, how the 60s, 70s they had you had your Stokeys, you had Malcolm, you had your, you know, Martin Luther King. Like,
no.
So then how do we unify this thought? Because social media kind of ain't our friend and unify.
I would say it starts with you, grassroots. I mean, I love the movie Django, and I like the message because we keep trying to do something that has been proven to like not work in our favor, which is put one person as the head of the snake. Like, so if you kill off Martin, then the whole movement dies. That don't make no sense because the movement is supposed to be a bunch of people putting in work.
That makes us sound kind of brittle.
Yeah. And we keep looking for this godlike figure. Instead of seeing the God in ourselves. You know? Ooh. We all, like, everybody could probably speak as well or create a movement and gather people and move people to do things. Mm-hmm. But if we keep looking to a certain figure to come save us on some Superman thing, then we're going to stay in this mind like, oh, I got to wait for somebody to become that person instead of being like, oh, well, I could get out here and do this.
Yeah.
Like if you could, Jesus had 12 homies.
He ain't do none of them by none of the miracles by himself.
Yeah. Like he had a crew.
Yeah.
He had 12 people. He was like, all right, now we're going to start moving me. So that's all it really takes is like, all right, bro, like everybody, like you assemble good folks for whatever mission y'all trying to have. Yeah. Like everybody, no one person ain't doing it on their own. And you know this, we in Hollywood. It's a lot of people behind that's helping, you know, somebody look good.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion. They got a makeup artist. They got somebody that's gonna get their clothes, do all these things. Yeah, cook your meals. Like it takes a bunch of people coming together, understanding like, okay, we can get behind this person, but we could also like make ourselves a factor. And that's what the whole self-love. Like if you love yourself, you're going to start demanding more from yourself and you're going to like take it up a notch. And you're going to look at yourself like, okay, I want to be seen in this light and I'm going to move in this light. And then the people that see it, and like it, they gonna like it. They gonna come with you.
Yeah.
It's gonna be some people that's not. But that's because they probably gonna be stuck in like, oh, you think you better? It's like, yeah. It's like, no, you know I'm better than you. And but you don't feel like you could come up with me. You don't feel like you could do this. That ain't my fault.
So yeah,
I ain't doing nothing that no other person could do. But you can. I mean, I'm tall, so I be doing things that other people can do. Can't do. I can reach shelves and stuff. But I can't hide no cabinet. So
you probably ain't never used a step stool in your life.
Nah. But hide and go seek, I suck. I can't hide behind nothing. I can't get down like that.
Facts. But I hear you. And I feel you, and I love it. But that one dude that you just mentioned right now, that's that source of negativity. How do we help those insecure brothers from stabbing the movement a bit? Because that seems to be Black people issue. We trash each other bad.
Because they need a little bit more love. They need a little. They just, most of the time people just need ear. Somebody like, yo, can I get, like, I need to vent. Mm-hmm. I got a lady, and I've been learning, like, yo, sometimes she don't want my feedback. She just want to get it off her chest.
Yeah.
She not complaining about nothing. She don't want me to fix it. She just need to get it out. And a lot of times we stifle ourselves and we tell ourselves, like, we can't do these things. Like, they gonna judge me. They gonna look at me different. Man, it's like we all just humans. Like, ain't no one perfect. We gonna make mistakes. So
that's true.
We gotta embrace, when we see somebody struggling, be like, yo, like, if they come to you, just hear them out and let them know, like, yo, it's good. Whatever you going through, it's good. Like, it's supposed to happen this way. You venting lets me know that you want to do something about it.
Yeah, you just need a little bit of courage.
Let's start thinking of solutions to get you out of this. Mm-hmm. Now you like, oh, now I got trust. Now I feel like I got somebody. A lot of times we be feeling alone. So it's like, yo, like, yeah, we here. I got you. I get it. So you be getting drunk and you did something drunk. It's like, I'm not going to hold that against you. You was drunk. I'm like, oh, bro, like, why you was doing that? It's like, bro, I drank a fifth. Took a fifth to the head.
What you expect?
Yeah. I didn't know what I was doing. I wouldn't have did it.
That is true. There is a certain moment of drinking where, you kind of not reliable. I mean,
I'm not going to hold you accountable for what you did. Like, okay.
I clocked out, the motor kept running. Okay. But, okay, so I understand. A little bit mental health services, right? Or emotional support services.
Yeah.
With that. I think also, how everyone's pushing for critical race theory, right? Critical race theory.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to have, me personally, I don't think that's going to have the effect that they want. I think what should be taught more so overall is Black history. Told in its full. I know, but that's
remember where you at.
But that
what I said. Remember where you at. You in America. You in America. No, I'm not.
But that would solve it if people actually knew the amount. Because I feel like the naysayers or the cons of talking about Black progression or slavery and stuff, because people have a limited approach to what it is we done as a people for this country. And if you illuminate it more, it should eradicate a little bit of it. No, because I'm in America.
You're in America. Like, check this out. This is how I know America is not a country, it's a business. Because if you look at the beginning of slavery, the people that were enslaving African Americans and the rest of the world were tea companies.
Yeah.
Tea companies.
Yeah.
It was always business. They was collecting spices.
Yeah.
So, and what I know is that at some point in time, the church burnt a bunch of books. They destroyed history for a reason. So they understood, like, yo, we got to erase this. Yeah. So ain't no way I'm about to teach these people about what I had already destroyed for a reason. It was a reason. Because if you see this, you're going to start feeling good about yourself. You know?
That part.
You know? And when you start hearing like, oh, my daddy did this, my daddy was somebody, you're like, oh, let me puff my chest out. So this is one of, it's just like, that's why I be like, you got to understand you in America. And it just ain't, if I'm American, especially if I'm a white American, nah, man. It's like, we love y'all, but I ain't giving this up.
Matter of fact, you're not even black anymore. You're a person of color. And everybody's suffering.
Man. Put you with the Indians and everybody else, man.
Now you all got to come up together.
Yeah, check this out.
I got something for that.
Yeah. Oh, y'all feeling good about yourself.
But if there's one way we're getting reparations out here, out in America, at least some of us are able to get it in the forms of basketball. Oh my goodness. No, that oh my goodness. The chosen few could get reparations, that's for sure. The chosen few. What was it? Devin Booker, he got 4-year, $224 million super max extension. Ja, I feel bad for.
Why?
All right, even though he shouldn't, right? Because he's living life. He only got $186 million for his extension, and he put the team on his side. That's from a 3-year contract. So
yeah, it's a big one coming.
But whatchamacallit? Old boy from New Orleans never stepped on. He got $264 million. Never stepped on.
$100 million going to groceries.
That's a diesel of a man. That's a diesel of a man. Oh, come on now. Who takes better care of you than I? No one. That's right. You gotta rock with the speech guy, Tony Asar, ASAR, over here at the Comedy Club. But we got them bombs, we got them slappers, we got that bass, we got them ha-has, and of course, we got the homie with me, my man Papp, my G. It has been great having you come through. Before we went into break, we was talking about, NBA players getting reparations for us and our ancestors out here. And it just really had me thinking, jobs, if you had these jobs, what would be the max contract that it would take for you to stay there? I have some jobs. Okay. I have some jobs here, and you can't say that you wouldn't do it. You're doing it, but it has to be, what would be the max? So for one, a portable toilet cleaner, a porta potty toilet cleaner. What would be the max contract? How many years, and what's the million?
I mean, it's got to be $300 million for 3 years. I need $100 million a year.
for that one.
Yeah, the porta potty, that smell don't leave you.
Oh, it's in that rubber.
Yeah.
Or whatever that plastic is.
That's gonna be in your skin for a long time.
Okay. What about a manure inspector?
Manure inspector?
Yes. I didn't know they were inspecting manure, but they are.
Okay. So that mean I got on your grass. That mean I gotta reach in there like Jurassic Park style, really keeping that glove up.
Handful. You got latex.
Then I'm gonna need $500 million for that. $500 million.
For how many years? It's a super max contract too, so you gotta at least do 4.
I gotta at least do 4, right? Because I was gonna say 2. Like I need.
It's a super max contract.
I guess for the 4, then I'm gonna need $600 million for 4. Like,
for sure. And I got one more. Slaughterhouse worker.
Slaughterhouse worker?
Yeah, that means you're not just gonna be killing, you're gonna be cleaning after the killings.
Okay. I mean, it's crazy because I'm like, I don't feel like I got too much of a qualm with that.
We can do that now, boy. Yeah. Volunteer our weekends.
But if I gotta do 2 jobs, then I gotta take it up, man. You gotta give me a bill. I do it for I do 5 years, but I need that bill.
Man, what's that? about dating at 200 million a year.
Yeah. What? I need some incentives, bro.
I can't just be out here coming home with pig's blood.
Yeah, I need a Tesla to drive me into it, bro. Like,
I would be traumatized.
Yeah, I need all the type of comfort I can get. Like, I need a pool. I need 2 pools.
That part. One to swim in and one to relax.
Yeah, one to clean myself up in. I need an after work pool, right?
No, I feel that. about you. But we're winding down. Is there anything that you wanted to put out there or promote, that any projects that you're currently working on?
I'm gonna be in the new season of the Wu-Tang show. If you watch that.
Oh, word?
Yeah. I got a nice little cameo in the new season. You can follow me on my socials at Papp MF Johnson. That's PAPP Johnson. And then August 28th, I'm gonna be shooting a comedy special that hopefully will get on like Amazon Prime and the streaming networks.
Oh,
August 28th at the Comedy Nook.
Okay.
Out here. So if you're LA local or you want to come into LA, August 28th, check me out. I'll make it worth the trip.
Where they get them tickets?
They're gonna be at Papp MF Johnson on Instagram.
Okay, hit him in the DM. It's an exclusive party.
Yeah. It's gonna be like no other.
You got to touch down home base to get a home plate.
Yeah, you know, take home plates and all that.
That's what's up, my G. And I know we talked a lot about, comedy and just the Black diaspora of America out here and whatnot. But what makes you calm down? When are you at your most happy? And it can't be on stage.
I would say probably on the court. I enjoy playing basketball. It's been my release for a lot of things throughout my life.
Okay.
And I really enjoy people. As much as I don't like to be around people, I enjoy my time with people. I make the most of it. So like, I like being at comedy shows in the back, doing what comedians do, talking about the comedian on stage, talking about each other's act. I enjoy that camaraderie. So, and then being at home with my lady, I got a nice little family life. I got 3 dogs and they love me for whatever reason. So,
because you feed them on time.
Most of the time, not. they just love me.
Black people dogs.
Yeah. So I enjoy the life that I've carved out for myself. And that's why I be like, the American dream is, what you make of it. You could do what you want to do in this the matrix.
It sure is a matrix. And, people be reprogramming this thing every day.
It's a lot of pushback. But if you watch Game of Thrones, it makes sense, man. These white people kill dragons, each other.
Die wolves.
Yeah, to have this.
Frozen zombies.
To have Starbucks. So it's like, you gotta understand, like, they not gonna give it up easily. And you just gotta figure out how you gonna get joy out of life.
At the end of the day.
We all want to be happy.
At the end of the day. It's not about it's not about money. It's not about, whatever everybody out there thinking it is. It's really just,
It's joy, and to be able to share that joy with people that you know and love. Like, I done seen tons of times drug dealers, the most happy is like when they boy pull up with a new car.
Yeah.
And they be like, "Oh, you got that!" And
you see, leveled up. Yeah.
You see a killer just like with stars in their eyes, like, "Oh my God, he got the bust down bezel!" Like, "Oh my God, he pulled up in a phone!" Oh my God! So that's joy. Like, if we could focus on joy and love, we'll be good.
And one word to describe your legacy when it's all said and done.
You told me not to cuss on here. So,
is it that?
It was gonna be, I would say legendary. I would just say legendary.
He was known as. I ain't even mad at that, bro. I ain't mad at that. One more time, tell the people where they can find you at.
At Papp MF Johnson on the socials.
And party people, thank you for kicking it with us. Once again, you can follow the Comedy Plug over on Instagram and TikTok at fm.comedyplug. If you enjoy the socials and you enjoy the visuals, shout out to our producer, Lee Waddell of Maven Content Creation. You'll go ahead and check out more of her work that she does, not just for the Comedy Plug, but other artists as well. Gotta say a special thanks to the community of Boyle Heights. Love coming here. It's beautiful. Love the whole ambiance. And special shout out to KQBH. Once again, you can check out the Comedy Plug on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Deezer, Anchor, and any other audio platform where they have audio podcasts at. If you want to see the whole show in its entirety, you can check us out over on Pharcyde TV, 2 p.m. on Wednesdays, 8 p.m. on Twitch on Sundays. And you can catch the replays, 1 a.m. Wednesday mornings. Did I do it? I did it. That's because sometimes you gotta write little notes. And once again, this has been the speech guy, Tony Asar, ASAR. Check me out, Tony Asar, ASAR. Until next week, party people, and Aux We Trust. Ooh, ooh, ooh.